Hey guys, Chris here with the Good Old Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about Doom's multiplayer. I came across a video by BDobbinsFTW the other day, and he goes ahead and goes into very specific details. He's very focused on first-person shooter multiplayers. I am not as ingrained in that area as he is at this particular point in time. I used to play them a lot more than I do now, but he came up with a lot of really good points. Well, his overarching point to why people don't like Doom's multiplayer or didn't review it well was because straight up they suck at it. They just don't know what they're doing. Now, this makes a lot of sense. Doom's multiplayer is unique. You cannot get this gameplay experience from any other game. In modern shooters, you run around. If you get into a battle, you go ahead and fight it out. Whoever wins runs and retreats for a little bit, regenerates their health, and then they're right back into the fight. So it's push forward, stop, retreat, push forward, stop, retreat. And that's the way games have been done here for pretty much since Halo. So we're talking about 15, 20 years now. This has kind of been the standard. Doom goes the other direction where you cannot stop. If you get into a battle and then you just stop for a second and go, okay, let me assess the situation. Let me look at my mini map. Let me go ahead and see how much health I have. Let's see if there's any buddies around. If you do that, somebody else is just going to walk up behind you and shoot you in the back of the head. And you're going to die a lot. And you're not going to have fun. In Doom, you can never stop moving. After you get into a battle, you need to go ahead and run, find some health pickups, find some ammo, maybe pick up a power-up or something along the way, but you have to keep going. That's the whole point of the game. Unlike other shooters, there is no stopping point. The whole thing is one big adrenaline rush, and this is an experience that I haven't had pretty much since Unreal Tournament. I was really big in Unreal Tournament 2003 and 2004, and that's probably the last time I had this much fun with a first-person shooter multiplayer game. Now, a lot of people were really upset because there's no weapon pickups. There's no running around trying to find, the rocket launcher. Rocket launcher's not super overpowered and this and that. Well, the reason why they did that is, A, using loadouts is more familiar to newer gamers. We have to understand, us older gamers, that just because that's what we're used to and that's what we expect, that's not how everybody else sees everything. What this also does is this balances the game out. You're not looking for super powerful weapons because you can choose what weapons best suit your playstyle. And speaking of the weapons, each weapon combination has its own unique advantages and different playstyles. So you don't have to play the same way that everybody else does. This isn't Call of Duty where, just because you have one gun that shoots a little bit faster with, higher kick than another gun that's more accurate with lower kick, it's essentially the same damn gun. In this game, you have guns that need to charge up, you have guns that can link onto people, you have guns that shoot projectiles, you have miniguns, you have assault rifles, you have shotguns, you have smaller shotguns, you have all kinds of different weapons to go ahead and choose your own playstyle, and it doesn't take very long to unlock these weapons. What this does is it adds more diversity to the game and allows people to play the way that they want to. They're not stuck into having to try and unlock this one gun that shoots, 1 millisecond faster than another one. That might not be the way that you want to play. Maybe you want to do something different. Maybe you just want to go shotties only. In Doom, you have this option. And that's actually kind of nice. And like I said, because everybody has the option to use the same weapons if they wanted to, this is a 100% level playing field. That's something that like Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 didn't have. If a team was good enough and could just farm all the better weapons, generally they're just going to win. And Doom still kind of has that mechanic. You still have to run around, you still have to get the armor pickups, and you still have to go ahead and pick up the demon runes, and you have to go ahead and pick up the in-game weapons as they are superior. But now picking up something like a Gauss rifle or a BFG, yes, they are powerful and they are great and they are much easier to kill people than the standard guns that you get. However, it is not something like, in Call of Duty, like an airstrike or something that just gets you 4 or 5 kills for no reason. You still have to put your ass on the line, go out there and actually kill some people. And it's not like you have some extra health or anything, so somebody could just literally just headshot you. You could be running around with a BFG, just pop around a corner, somebody headshots you with a sniper rifle, you're done. So you have to earn those extra kills. Now this does bring us into the Demon Rune. That is more akin to the kill streak bonuses of Call of Duty. Now at first I didn't really like the Demon Possession. I thought it was too OP and it just could let you run a whole match. I mean, I've gone on like 8, 9 kill streaks with these things, and it's completely turned matches around. And then I thought about it a little bit. Doom's such a fast-paced game, there really is no tactics. You jump in the game, even if you are playing with friends. You don't have time to go, okay, this guy's in this area, and this guy's in this area, and let's swarm, and let's do this. The game's too quick for that. There is no strategy. You just have time to react to what's going on. The only thing that you need to know that you have to do is kill the other guys before they kill you, and then get enough health so this way you don't die when the next guy shows up. And then you go ahead and kill him. That's pretty much all Doom is. There is no other strategy. So what's kind of nice about the Demon Rune is, if you're stuck on a team that just really isn't that good and you're a strong player, if you can control that Demon Rune, you can actually single-handedly win the match. So it allows better players to carry weaker players a little bit easier. And after looking at it from that perspective, I was like, that's actually a pretty good mechanic to have in there, because this will keep stronger players from being overwhelmed when playing with weaker players. Now, the opposite is also true. If you don't get the Demon Rune, or your team is just awful at killing the demons, and the opposing team goes ahead and just owns it the whole time, you're gonna get wrecked. That's just gonna happen. But same thing happens in Titanfall when the opposing team all has their Titans and you don't have any. You get rolled, but the match will be over pretty quick if it happens that way. Now, also with the Demon Rune, it's not something that you could just farm. It doesn't pop up in the same place. See, the better weapons do that, so you can go ahead and kind of use a little bit of strategy to know that, okay, Demon Rune popped, BFG is going to show up over here, the Gauss Rifle is going to show up over there. Now, the Demon Runes just randomly pop up anywhere around the map. So this is completely random. So it's not like something that a team can literally plan their strategy around. So I've actually become pretty okay with the Demon Rune mechanic. But alrighty, guys, I mean, that's just a newer take. Like I said, Dobbins goes ahead into far more details than I ever will, because he's very first-person shooter, competitive focused. Me, I'm more of a casual first-person shooter player at this particular point. I still enjoy playing games like Battlefield, Halo, stuff like that. But honestly, this game's so much more fast-paced, and it's just easy to jump in. You blow the hell out of things. There's constantly something going on. There's no lulls between trying to find opponents. Literally within a few seconds, you know somebody else is going to pop up. Hell, 3 seconds after you kill a guy, you're pretty damn sure somebody else is going to run around the corner and get you. So it always keeps you moving. It's just a different experience, and I think it's a good bridge between what us older gamers are used to. Like I said, Unreal Tournament, Quake 3, you have the movement speeds, you have similar weaponry technically. If you actually look at them, they're very similar to weapons in those games. You know, we're kind of used to that. You have to run around, get armor, get health packs and pickups. So that's for us. Now, for the newer gamers, you have things like loadouts, which, like I said, also balances weapons out, which is great. So this way, it just helps balance the gameplay. But that helps them a little bit. The Demon Rune thing, that can help people just have fun, because it's A, it's different, and B, it also helps new players feel powerful. You know, the first time they get a Demon Rune and they can just go on their first like 5 or 10 kill streak, it helps to keep them engaged. Better players will eventually learn how to deal with the monsters a little bit better, and it's not as big of an issue after you've been playing for a little while. Ultimately, the point of this is you just can't sit still. The longer you play the game, the better you will get at it. And honestly, for a lot of people, it's going to take an adjustment. If you're a big Battlefield or Call of Duty fan, this game is completely different than that. If you're a big fan of Halo, it's completely different than that. Now, some mechanics from those games will transfer over, but if you've never played games like Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 and super fast arena shooters, this is going to be foreign, but it is a hell of a lot of fun. So for anybody out there that owns Doom and just wrote off the multiplayer because everybody said it was complete shit, go ahead and give it another try. Sit down, play it. You're going to get your ass kicked for a little while, but once you get the hang of it, you will start to realize that, hey, every match I go in, I have fun, I'm getting better, and it's actually a pretty good game. Well, I hope this helps you out, guys. If you like what we're doing here, please like. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. And if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe and share with your friends, because that really helps us out. Well, alrighty, guys, get on in there. Keep on fragging. I hope to see you guys around.
Demon possession ended. module expired.